he has that Bayonosity going. He's got that Bayonetta sauce. So we'll see what we've got here. Jacobanshee has won a match, at least one match to get to Bosshog, because we watched Bosshog win a match, and that's kind of how this works. Is you got to win matches to progress further. This is going to be rather interesting. A lot of it will revolve around how good Jacobanshee is at not getting opened up, because that's one thing we saw the Corrin that Bosshog played round one. The Corrin was just way too antsy and overzealous, pressing way too many buttons, and that's what that's what Bayonettas live for, because then they're free to go in with their unsafe options on shield. Bayonetta doesn't really have good options to really approach you. Like, her approach tools are pretty garbage, especially if you're just smart with your shield, because like the heel slide is unsafe whether you do the flip or you just do the no flip. You can do either one. It's not safe on shield. It's just a mix-up. And there's an easy way to differentiate the two, because when she flips, she starts doing the billet arts and starts shooting, doing a little bit extra damage. And it does look like they're warming up back there. It will be Mario Bayonetta. That makes perfect sense in my brain, at least. Because that's what I expected to see from them. This is Mario Bayo. This matchup, it's one where if Jacobanshee plays like a lot of the top Marios do, they actually abuse the flood in this matchup, because it gives them all of the stage control, and it doesn't give Bayo, like, it puts Bayo in the corner, and she's got to work so hard to get that stage control back. So we'll just have to see what they want to do here, like how Jacobanshee plays this matchup. I know the way that Bosshog plays is he's very aggressive. Battlefield is going to be the call. Smarter than the Town and City pick for sure. But right there, we're not going to see Jacob shield that. But it looked like Bosshog was ready for him to shield, because he actually didn't pick up a follow-up off of it. And Bosshog playing a bit more patiently than round number one. I'm guessing he's not trying to trifle quite so much with Jacob. And good grab right there. But that frame 4 up be going to bail him out. And is this a dead Mario? Yes, it is. Bosshog elevating. And he's doing a good job baiting out aggressive options from Jacobanshee. Jacob is always trying to land with his nair. And that's going to be Witch Time food later on in the set if Bosshog picks up on it. Right there, we did see the low priority of Bayo's smash attacks, where they'll clank out with a lot of other options. They have low priority on them, and they're very slow, but Bosshog has a great, uses them very smartly. Really understanding when he can kind of sneak in with those and when they're like good mix-ups. Not getting overzealous with the smash attacks. So now we've got another Bayo combo and just the bullet climax. A grab from Jacob, forcing him off stage. But Bayo's recovery is so tough to deal with. Actually reading maybe like a double jump option or something like that, or maybe he wanted a turnaround up smash. Definitely up smashing in the wrong direction. And Jacob's trying to get this for stock. He did die when Bosshog was only at 24%. So he's doing well, but he's just got to avoid that early death. Gonna eat a backer though. This is totally fine for Bosshog, because you automatically get 2 up Bs and you get 2 side Bs if you connect with something off of the first one. Other than that, you just get the 1. So we're gonna see 1, yep, just like that. But Jacob smartly realizing, hey, that he's got to recover kind of in an awkward way. What may have been smart is maybe using the 2 up Bs and then the side B so you can snap back to ledge. But because he elected to do the side B first, people think that, you know, Bayo has like infinitely many special moves. She only has a total of 4, 2 of each, and the side B is conditional. So we will see a nice back. Like, he's trying to do back air pressure, but as I was discussing with Coconut Gun, Bosshog, the Bayonetta is a featherweight fast faller, so you'll be subject to a lot of things like that, like the up tilt strength. Jacob smartly saving his jump right there, able to make it back, because a Mario without a jump is in a bad spot. Not enough rage on this Bayo to find that KO, and it's getting somewhat stale because he's used forward throw a couple times, and you got, like, I believe it's the 9 move window for staling. I mean, he's still alive, and yeah, Mario can jank you. If he would have got there's a trick to it where you can get kind of the one of the hitboxes on Mario's up B, and that'll send people off incredibly early. This should do it. Yep, more rage, not quite though. And another one, almost 200%. Yep, that'll do it. So that was just Jacob getting caught one too many times. Almost bringing you back though. Very close, all things considered. That's kind of a tough L, just because you worked so hard after dying at 24. You essentially did everything with your second stock. But if Jacob did a good job learning and just kind of adapting, this will be a good opportunity for him. I could expect big things for him out of game number 2. I really like that he picked default Mario. You don't see default Mario all that often, but I think it's kind of underrated almost. Like it's a really clean skin. Just because it's a default doesn't mean you shouldn't use it. And Jacob's doing a really good job with these the heel slides with the kick. He's doing a good job not getting caught up by anything else afterwards. Uh-oh. That could have been some Smashville taxi platform shenanigans. Jacob could have had a nice early kill of his own, but not quite happening for him. But good back air pressure. I like the attempted F smash. One thing we didn't see at all out of Bosshog last game was any witch time attempts even. I think maybe he was saying that, saying, hey, I've got good control anyway. I don't need the witch time yet. I'm gonna save that so he doesn't download my witch time habits. Uh-oh, and here's one right now. This could spell doom and disaster for Jacob. Nope, he's gonna get out of it, not getting the I'm guessing good DI on that, as well as not getting the hitbox that Bosshog maybe wanted. One thing that I think Bosshog might be doing maybe just a little wrong is he's using his forward throw a little bit too generously, because it can be a strong kill throw, especially if you start using other throws to start crossing up DI. And another witch time attempt, but not gonna have it. And there we go. I've saw Jacob, or excuse me, Bosshog get that probably twice, where somebody thinks they have enough time to punish the up smash and it just beats him out, and he just die. I don't know. You don't really expect Bayonetta to go for smashes because the frame data on it is so slow and they're low priority. Other than I believe it's the down smash. I think the down smash is the only one that doesn't have low priority on it. And good back there. I'll double check that though. Uh-oh. And this is kind of what I was talking about, where the Marios use the flood to try to add on pressure and get Bayonettas to exhaust their resources. Uh-oh. Good up smash attempt from Jacob. He's doing everything he can to take off the stock without trying to get witch time. And that's not something you can do at all against Mario, is you cannot try to just like land on him. Bayo is fairly slow. Gonna try to go for that up throw to up B. That's not something we saw out of Bosshog this set thus far. I think that's a smart option. And right here, we are gonna see a little bit, but Jacob actually having time to jump out. And he's gonna use some fireball pressure. I like that. That's something that we'll see out of Goma. If you see Goma's Mario on stream today, that's a very patient Mario. Whereas Jacob seems to be a little bit more run around, a little bit more grab heavy. But Jacob doing a good job. He's doing an exceptional job making just good comeback pressure on Bosshog. But that's tough when you're in the comeback scenario always against a character like Bayonetta, where she has the ability to take your stocks in a blink of an eye, as well as witch time, where she can just out and outright do one of the jankiest things in Smash 4. Forward throw, not going to be strong enough. A little surprising just because of how much rage is on him. And trying to get that, probably trying to time out the invincibility and catch like the first frame where you can spike him. And using that back air, very smart option from Bosshog. Jacob going to get more good damage. Everybody at kill percents here. Jacob's in a good type of way against Bosshog. And yep, that'll do it. That's so smart. Knowing that that's a Bayonetta habit where they like to use their side B back onto the center of the stage, but that puts you in a great position for that up smash. Beautiful spacing right there. Cannot say enough how that was high intelligence, high level play from Jacob. Very smart. So game number 3, I would imagine we'll see either Dreamland or Town, possibly Smashville, out of Bosshog. Okay, I guess we're doing the Mario Ditto. So we're gonna throw my stage analysis out the window because I was expecting the same matchup. I don't really agree with this switch. I've never heard about Bosshog's Mario, and game number 3 is probably not the time to try it out. But maybe he's got it popping, and we'll find out. That's one thing that's always interesting about the mirror is you get lots of clinks just because you're using the same exact tools. So right now we're seeing Jacob just kind of do what he was doing last game, but he doesn't have to respect Bosshog quite so much because he's not Bayonetta anymore, and he doesn't have things like Witch Time. He does still have good frame data, but he just doesn't have the oppression. And you can't kill him at 0, but yeah, we're seeing kind of what I expected to see here is just some destruction, a little tiny bit of destruction from Jacobanshee, just because, like, you switched onto my character, dude. What are you doing? And good forward smash from Jacob, and just using lots of fireballs, understanding kind of the susceptibilities of his own recovery, knowing probably exactly how people get him out of that recovery when they do. That's a tough recovery to mess with though too. So that's not one you really want to go off stage against all that often. There's a very specific way you have to edge guard it, and it's very tricky. But we are seeing a little bit of life out of Bosshog, probably getting his Mario warmed up some, and getting the sour spot fair. That sweet spot fair would have ended Jacobanshee's life right there. And trying to go down there into grab, and he's actually going to get that up smash. They were just at tight percents. So this is a little surprising to me, but good stuff. Bosshog showing he can get it done without the Bayonetta. Let's see if he can get this game done though. Once again, Jacob just having a hard time finishing off stocks. And we're going to see an attempted ally combo right there. And there it is, up smash, and we've got almost a tight game here. Only 2 minutes gone, not that big a deficit. Trying to charge in with that up smash, not getting it out in time though. That down air will break up that attempt. Good neutral air pressure from Jacobanshee. That neutral air is so fast. We're going to see just an up tilt and then a jump away. If you're really ready for it, you can run underneath him and possibly get a regrab, up tilt, or up smash. Try to punish those landings. If you are in Final Destination, they should never get to land. Never. Make them go back to the ledge. Obviously, that's like some 20 GX type of stuff. And that's tough to do, but if you go to Final Destination, you should be trying to get nice long juggles out of people. Reading their air dodge habits and their defensive habits, and just trying to get them get nice juggles. Good back air from Jacob, and I like that neutral air, forcing him off stage. Bosshog once again at the deficit, but this is kind of where we're seeing him thrive with his Mario. And the flood pushing back into the center and trying to go for that up smash would have been rather dangerous. Forward smash attempt, not going to get it. And an up tilt from Jacob, not going to do it. Uh-oh. So we do see this smart option from Jacob, an overcommitment from Bosshog. You got to kind of wait and see where they're drifting to before going for the up smash. Too many up smashes right there. And so Jacob smartly waiting out the timing. And that's one of those things, you're a Mario main, you know the timing on that. That's just something you know, and that's one of the weaknesses of going into the Ditto against somebody who is likely more experienced in the Ditto. There's other Marios out there, it's not uncommon. Like, I'm a Charizard main, so I don't always know all of the other enemy Charizard tech. I know most of it, but it's weird trying to like DI your own stuff and think about it. Like, and a lot of his stuff is just like, did they read my DI? Did I DI out or did I DI up? Like, so it's all about the reads and mixing it up. Looks like we're gonna have up next DTF in Mikaru, M-I-K-A-U, Macau. I think that sounds better. I am horrendous at names, like all types of tags, and then people do these anime things to me, and I'm not an anime guy, and I have no idea what's going on. I'll go to tournaments where I can't really pronounce the name, and I'm like, all right, what event are we going to?
Maybe I'm in the anime game more than the TV.
I don't really. I guess I would play anime fighters. Like I played a little bit of Skullgirls. Like I'm not like really anti-anime, but I don't enjoy like watching anime. So I'm not really an anime bro like most people in the Smash Brothers community. There's lots of them. Lots of people who absolutely love anime and that's like all they watch. But it's just not my thing. So I don't know, and that's one of those things. I don't know how many Smashers you follow on Twitter. Not many. It's a hoot and a holler. You should definitely give people a follow, including myself, at Super Atomic SSB. Get the shameless plug going on. Definitely give me a follow. Give me some feedback. You like my commentary? Hate my commentary? Just give me something. Hit me up on the Twitter machine. I am on there a lot of times like 8 to 5 because it's not blocked to where I work. And my job is either insane or I'm doing almost nothing. So a lot of times I'm just kind of chilling out on Twitter, see what's on the up and up, like to keep up with my Smash news and drama, figure out who likes Lilat, who dislikes Lilat, who wants Bayo banned, who doesn't want Bayo banned. I am pro Lilat and pro keeping Bayo, just FYI. So I'm kind of sort of in the majority there, or minority, excuse me. Definite minority, especially on the Lilat thing. People hate Lilat. So it looks like Ness and Shulk will be the matchup. That is a tough matchup to commentate. I am excited, though, because we're going to learn something today. You always learn something when you commentate Shulks. Fun fact, the sword is the Monado, and the arts are the Monado's arts. So they're arts, they're not Monados. That's one thing my friend Killa G taught me. Killa G over there on the west side, hailing from that Grand Rapids type of area. He's a homie for sure. He's like 6-0 on me, by the way. I hope he's watching right now because I'm definitely giving him the hot plug. There's a really awesome video of all the, like it's for like a year old, but it's all the stupid things people say while commentating Shulk. There was somebody calling it the Wind Monado. They were calling the